Hello everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot, and we are back with yet another weekly reading about what is coming up next for you. So again, you have three beautiful piles in front of you. Please take your time when it comes to making the decision of picking the piles, and if you can choose between the images, or you can choose amongst the feathers, or like I like to do it sometimes when I cannot make a decision, I place my hand on top of every pile, and whichever tingles under my hand or just gives me that slight warm feeling, I usually go for them. So either way, I will give you some time, and we shall start off with the very first one, which is pile 1. If you have chosen the very first pile, let us look at what is it that is in store for you in the upcoming week. As usual, we shall just arrange the cards first quickly and then look at whatever is coming next for you. So, from your tarot cards, you have the Emperor, you have 9 of Pentacles, a very, very beautiful card at that. You have 5 of Wands. From the Moonology deck, you have a new start is coming. So that's really interesting. You have Leadership. And you have the Magical Shapeshifter. Very, very interesting cards you have pulled out today. You have the Peony. And from your Romance Angels, you have, oh, this is interesting. You have 2 more. And again, you have what you need to surrender and your self-care, which we'll take right at the end. Now, to begin with, the very first card that you have is the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is all about being assertive. He is very, very intelligent. He makes his own rules. He believes that it's important to have a plan when it comes to doing anything, because he works best when in structures. So that is sort of indicated for you, along with the fact you have Leadership. So those 2 cards really, really work well when combined together. So there are some plans you need to set. There is a distinctive action that you need to take in terms of your future, because you have a new start coming. And especially when you have a new start coming, new plans really, really make sense. So it makes sense in the upcoming week to sort of really look at how you're proceeding ahead, have a plan when it comes to doing things. And also another thing that really speaks to me is be careful about your boundaries. Be very, very assertive when it comes to what you need to do. You need to sort of put your foot down and make certain decisions. When it comes to your life, when it comes to your career, you need to sort of step forward and step into the leadership position. Like, you need to do what you feel is right given your life, or given the next week at least, is what I'm getting here. Alright, but because along with the Emperor, you also have the Magical Shapeshifter and you have a new start coming. So there is a possibility you might have to juggle a lot of things together. Or this could be like your energy is now called in multiple directions, or you will need to handle a lot of things together. But it is important during those times to sort of really put your foot down. Especially you have this connect with Gaia, but the sense I'm getting here is to really be grounded, to have that firm footing, to have that firm hand when it comes to doing things. This is not an energy that I get when it comes to procrastination. You cannot avoid doing certain things now, is what I'm getting. Along with that, what is coming in 9 of Pentacles. And 9 of Pentacles is a beautiful card. It is a card of abundance. And since you're making a new start, you could also be, this could just be financially things really looking in your favor, and you could be wondering about what to do with your finances next, where you should be putting them, where you should be investing them so that they give you good returns. But the Knight of Pentacles is also about enjoying what you've earned. This is also a card where you can take that one moment to enjoy whatever it is that you've worked so hard for. Okay, and the Knight of Pentacle energy again works very beautifully with the card of Gaia. So this is also a card to, of course, really have your plans, to really work well towards your life, but also taking that one moment to appreciate how far you've come, because you've already have the new start is coming. So you've ended a phase, and that new phase, I believe, has been very fruitful for you because you've achieved quite a lot, or you've accomplished a significant bit. Okay, that's what I get. So appreciate how far you've come, and take time out to celebrate is also what I'm getting. So especially connecting with nature, like really being grateful for that bounty is also something that I get. But being grateful and really taking this moment to appreciate what you've achieved is what is coming in. Financially, I think this week is going to be really good. So money might be coming in. Money might be coming in from a past investment is what is coming. And because you have a lot of money, you are now deciding, being the emperor, what to do with it next. Okay, so again, in terms of investment, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, distribute them in multiple arenas is what I'm getting. Because another thing with that is prosperity can be assured if you care well for your tomorrows. So this really talks about, of course, when you have the Nine of Pentacles energy, you should enjoy whatever it is that you worked so hard to achieve. Especially when you have that abundance, especially you have that little bit of extra cash to spend. But this also warns you against excessive spending. So maybe this week you might just have that impulse to spend a lot of money, but control that urge a little bit, because you have to put your money for tomorrows, for your better tomorrows. Okay, so start there. Maybe that financially really taking care of yourself in the future can also be a new start for you. That is coming in. Okay, but either way, you might be called towards several different directions in the coming week. Like a lot of things could be requiring your attention, and because of which it is important for you to stay grounded, to have some rules, to have some boundaries. So that is also a sense. So I think it's going to be a pretty busy week for you, but yeah, make some time for yourself even if you're busy. Now the next card that I want to speak about is the Five of Wands. Now the Five of Wands is about competition sometimes. So maybe you have some competition when it comes to work, you have competition when it comes to certain things in your life, but this could also be something as simple as, you just having a normal conversation with a friend, you're having a normal conversation with a partner, and you could just have a difference of opinion and things really start to sort of go haywire from there. So a little bit of anger issues can be indicated, because you have to remember that Mars is in retrograde, and Mars is retrograde in Aries. So temper, anger issues is something that is happening to a lot of us. So make sure, even if you have that difference of opinion, or somebody can just have a different idea when it comes to you, to sort of handle that situation calmly, because things can sort of escalate out of nowhere. This can also be competition at work. You might find that one fine day you are fine, but a lot of people are competing towards similar job or competing towards a promotion. So that is coming in. But either way, just handle the situation calmly and intelligently is what I want to say. It is important for you to be assertive, to take that leadership position, but make sure you're not snubbing other people as a result of this position of yours. Okay, the Emperor can also have some control issues. So people should not really feel like you're trying to sort of force your agendas on them, or trying to sort of put how you feel, like you impose how you feel on them. Okay, that is what is coming in. But otherwise, don't forget to count your blessings, because good things are happening. So a lot is happening this week for you is what I'm getting here. Coming to your next one, when it comes to your romance reading, this could be the one. So you possibly have already met the romantic partner that you've always wanted, or this could be for, especially for singles, like the romantic partner that you seek for so long can be in your friend circle, can be an acquaintance you already know, can be a co-worker. But what this means is, this week maybe you're connecting deeper with somebody. Or maybe if you are already in a relationship, you could realize that, okay, this is the one, and this is the one that I want to be with. Okay, so that is a sense. Next, when it comes to relationships, harmony. So, relationship wise, things seem to be really, really going well. There is harmony, the companionship is good. So, there is no insecurity as such, there is no stress in your relationship, but overall, things are looking good when it comes to relationship. The next thing, however, is listening. So, this time, because the harmonious energy is also there, this talks about communicating with your partner, really listening to them, especially if you're single. Maybe there is a person in your life who's interested in you, maybe a friend, maybe somebody, but you're possibly not very aware about it, or they might be giving you certain signals, but you're missing them, is what I'm getting here. Okay, so really listen not only to verbal cues but also non-verbal cues, is what I'm getting here. So interesting week, I have to say. Okay, now we'll just come to our next two cards, which is what do you need to surrender and your self-care. So what you need to surrender is surrender resentments. Now it really makes sense, especially with your Five of Wands there. So what can happen is, people can be sort of, carrying certain emotions about certain people within, and they've not expressed them, and one fine day they sort of express it, and what happens is you don't take it well or they don't take it well, and that results in the Five of Wands. So that is something that can happen. So it is important, at least for you, in your own mind, to surrender certain resentments. What happens is sometimes we just don't forgive people for something that they've done in their past, and I think forgiveness is important, even if you choose not to forget about it, okay? But I think moving away from these resentments and just moving towards positivity is what I want to tell you. So this week, be really careful about holding resentments against a particular person or a group of people, because what will happen is this might just escalate and get a little bit out of control. So that is something that we don't want. And for your self-care, you have abundance planning. Really makes sense, because you have the Nine of Pentacles here. So obviously money is something that can be coming in this week, so it is important to not spend all of it, and sort of focus on your tomorrows, focus on building a prosperous life, and not really living every day as it comes, because it's okay to spend some amount of money to just buy yourself something that you love, but those little things add up to a lot, and we live in a world of materialism, so we don't really know sometimes when this little expenditures can become a big deal. Because again, I want to remind you, prosperity can be assured if you care well for your tomorrow. So invest in your tomorrows, enjoy whatever you can today, but make sure before you spend on yourself, you've already put a little bit of amount for your future. Okay, so abundance planning is your self-care. Be mindful of it, and I hope you guys have a beautiful week ahead. Make sure to keep the control in your hand, make sure you have certain rules and regulations, and take the leadership in your own hands. That's what I'll leave you with, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. Hello everyone, and if you have chosen pile 2, this is what is coming next for you, your upcoming week readings. So let us see what cards you have today. We shall put them all out as usual. Okay, I'll just take them here. So your tarot cards, you have Eight of Wands, you have the High Priestess, you have Strength, you have Stormfield. From your Moonology deck, you have Nothing will come out of the situation, which is always a good thing. You have Success. You have Lily of the Valley. Oh, and from your Romance Angels, you have Pay Attention to the Red Flags. You have 2 more. And again, you have What Do You Need to Surrender and your Self-Care cards, which we'll take right at the end. Okay, we'll start off from your tarot cards. Now, you have the Strength card. Now, the Strength card is all about, using your strengths, having that gentle strength in every situation. This is also a card about standing your ground. Because, if you carefully observe the Strength card, you'll see that the lady actually has a lion with her. But the lion is sort of in her control. But she doesn't seem to be holding any sort of, protective control over her, because there are no chains in view. Okay, so that is the kind of control you need to have over your life right now. Like, this is like a gentle control. Okay, but stand true in all of your power. Like, you have to be true to yourself, you have to be your authentic self and own your power, is the message that I get from the 10th card. Next, you have the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is a card of intuition. So, this week, you may want to lead with your intuition instead of your mind, is what I get. Again, when it comes to the High Priestess, this talks about a hidden knowledge. This is probably acquiring knowledge that not a lot of people have. But this could also be looking a little bit deeper into the situation, trying to get a little bit more clarity, not with facts, not with figures, but intuitively. Like, what is a particular situation telling you? What do you think is the right move to make in this situation, is what is coming in. And I think that's going to be really important, because your next card is the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is about, things happening very, very quickly. Like, you have news coming your way, or possibly you have a letter coming your way which might really change things. But whatever it is, this is like a go, go, go card, where you're called to take all action simultaneously. So when you have a card of Eight of Wands, it's especially important that you hold true to your ground, that you stand strong in your gentleness, but you do things a particular way. Like, you need that grounding energy of the Strength card, especially with the Eight of Wands happening. And maybe because things are really proceeding very, very rapidly into the future, you want to probably access that intuitive side of yours. Like, before taking any major decisions, ask yourself, is this the right step for me? Because that's what is coming in. And again, with the Eight of Wands, you have the storm fields. Like, things really are going to pick up pace this week. So this is going to be an action-packed week for you, where probably a lot of things are happening simultaneously, or you're asked to make a decision almost instantly. Or maybe a letter may arrive, because of which your life might change in an instant, and you have to sort of move towards things rapidly. Also, if you're worrying about something, there is nothing to worry about, is what I get with this card. Okay, for example, this is like little things. We stress and we worry about little situations, but in the end we realize that, okay, this was really nothing to worry about. So this is one of those situations, and I always feel really happy when this card comes, because this is sort of an assurance to whoever is watching, that you don't really have to worry. You don't have to worry all the time. Again, what really makes sense is, along with the Eight of Wands, you also have make a move. So you are not going to remain where you are for long, figuratively in your mind. But of course, this could be actually happening in your life, where because of certain situations, you might have to move. Like, you might just move to a different organization, you move towards a different department, you might move city, you might move country. Things could be happening very, very quickly, but whatever it is, you're moving rapidly forward. And remember, Mars retrograde is in Aries. Now, this is like the ultimate energy of things going ahead rapidly. So, and you have all the cards to back it up, so things are really going to happen very quickly. But whatever it is, success is coming your way. So this week is a very good week in terms of achievements, is what I get. And especially if you're awaiting a letter from a different city, a different country, you might actually get some good news. News of success, news of a promotion. So these are the things that I get, okay? Again, with your Lily of the Valley card, it talks about happiness is found with your purpose. So there is a possibility, especially with the High Priestess card, like your intuition might be guiding you towards what will make you most happy. Or maybe this is a question you should ask yourself. The decisions that I'm called to take next, are they for my highest good? And will they bring me happiness? Don't base all of your decisions on money. Don't make all of your decisions based on temporary state of minds, is something that you need to really keep in mind as you move forward with this week. Alright, but either way, if you're worrying about something, let me assure you nothing is going to come of it. But it's a very, very rapid moving week, is the sense that I get. We'll come out to your Romance Angels. Now this talks about paying attention to the red flags. So the signs are cautioning you about something. So maybe there is something about your partner that you were observing for quite some time, and you were like, okay, should I notice this or should I just ignore this? But this is actually telling you to pay attention to it. But if you're a single person, this could actually mean pay attention to your inner dialogues. If you've been single for a long time, are you like closing yourself off to love? If you like have tried getting into a relationship, if you've tried getting married and things are not working out for you, don't close yourself off. Okay, so let that be your sign. Now, when it comes to relationship, there is also something, pay attention to red flags doesn't always have to be excessively negative. For example, if your partner has been acting all moody, they've been getting irritated, maybe it is something related to work. Maybe their work is really hectic, or they are finding that their responsibilities are too much to handle. And maybe because they are acting out because of something else. This could maybe not be anything major, but when you notice certain things about your partner, it's always good to pay attention to them, or at least ask them, what's wrong? If they're getting irritated because of silly reasons, what is bothering you? Maybe, they want a partner to share it with. They want to share their emotions, but maybe they don't want to burden you. Okay, so just ask them what's wrong, is what I get here. Vulnerability, again, this again talks about what I was just talking about. Like, be vulnerable. If you're noticing something negative about your partner or something that is really calling your attention, talk to them. Sometimes what we do is we don't want to disturb things, or we are like, how do I even bring this up? But just be vulnerable. In relationships, there is one thing you should never be afraid of, and that's being vulnerable. Because your partner is supposed to be your best friend. Your partner is supposed to be your partner, just a partner, a friend for life. So just like a child, you should be able to say everything you want to them, because that's what a good relationship is all about. So be vulnerable, and perspective. Like, understand things from another person's perspective is also something that I'm getting here. Okay, but especially when it comes to singles, it is time to really reflect about your perspective towards love. How do you see love? And what do you think of relationships in general? Sometimes what happens is relationships with our exes shape our thoughts, shape our vision when it comes to relationships. They are like, if a partner has some negative impact on you, or a relationship has brought you unhappiness, sometimes you're like, oh my god, love is just full of misery. But that's not how it is, not all the time. So change your perspective towards things is what is coming in for singles especially, but also towards people in relationships. Now the next one that we are going to take is, what do you need to surrender? What you need to surrender is defensiveness. Sometimes defensiveness is all about ego. Or sometimes we just are defensive because we come across as weak to the other person. So this is about bringing down your walls. Maybe somebody needs to hear what you need to say, or maybe you need to listen to what the other person has to say. And I think that is what the red flags is all about. Okay, so this week you need to take a stance of bringing your walls down. So when you're listening to what your partner is saying, like, try and not listen to give a response is what I'm getting here. Just be open to whatever is coming. So surrender defensiveness this week. And journaling is what is coming in. So maintain a journal. Whatever your innermost thoughts are, maybe you should just write them out. And just maintaining a journal is actually very important, because when you read your journal, like maybe a month down the line, a year down the line, in fact 10 years down the line, the kind of things that come back to you, I think they're worth remembering, and they are a reflection of your journey. They are a reflection of a life well lived. So I personally really love journal. It's something that I do every single day, and I love going back and reading those entries. Maybe you'll enjoy that too. So for your self-care this week, it's about maintaining a journal. So start a journal today. So I guess I will end my reading with this. I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I hope you have good news coming your way, because something is coming your way with that Eight of Wands. You're going to be very, very busy, let me tell you. Either way, have a great, great week ahead. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. Hello everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot, and today we are looking back again at what's coming next for you. So what is in store for you for the upcoming week? As usual, we shall take all of your cards first. So from your tarot cards, you have Ace of Wands, you have Seven of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands. From your, you have Coming to Life, you have Flow. From your Moonology deck, you have Prosperity Lies Ahead. Good things coming. Next you have Cherry Blossom. And from your Romance Angels, you have Forgiving and Learning. Two more, which we'll take later, and of course, as usual, we have your self-care card, which really wants to come out, and what you need to surrender. So let us look at how your week is going to be. So the very first one that you have is Ten of Wands. So you're probably feeling the burden of something. This could be a burden about your work. This could be a burden with regards to your relationship, a situation in your life, your finance, something that is coming in. But either way, you feel like you're carrying a lot of burden. Like you have the pressure of something on you this week. The next one is Seven of Pentacles, which is like, this is a card which tells me you've done all the work you can. You are already putting in a lot of hard work. And it is time that you step back from it a little bit and observe how far you've come. Like if you see in the card, the lady is observing the grapes. She's obviously worked really hard to bring them up, but she's disconnecting sometime now. She's taking that one little moment off. And then she has a wine glass and a book. So this is telling you to disconnect from that energy of carrying too much pressure. You're already carrying too much pressure with the Ten of Wands. Okay, so you need to disconnect from working too much or thinking about a situation too much this week. And the next one that we have is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands really talks about a new beginning, and this really makes sense because something is coming to life. There is something that is birthing. It's almost like a transformation is coming your way. And this could actually be healing, This could actually be healing in terms of your health. But whatever it is, things are getting better for you. Like rapidly you're making progress. So when you're taking so much pressure, it is important to remind yourself that you've achieved a lot already and you are going to achieve so much more. But don't carry the burden on you all the time. It's okay to take a break sometimes. And your Cherry Blossom message again says the same thing. It tells you to return quietly now and be at peace. So even when we are working towards a life, when we are building a career, when we are building our relationships, when we are going about our day-to-day life, stress seems to have become a part of our lives. So this week, the message for you is it's happening for you. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, it's already happening for you. There is nothing you need to worry about. You don't really have to force too many things because your message is also flow. This is telling you sometimes it's okay to just go with the flow. To take every day as it comes. Because whatever blessings are meant to come your way, they are meant to come your way. But the impression that I get here is it's almost like, you've built a tree, okay? Like you've put in that seed in the ground. You're watering it every day. But every day you go back and you're like, oh my God, my tree hasn't come up yet. I was expecting a 5-foot tree already. That doesn't happen. If you've put in the seeds there, of course, go and water it every day. But don't expect that it will become a tree overnight. And that's exactly the message for you. Sometimes after just putting in the seeds, you have to water it definitely, but you have to separate yourself from it and learn to go with the flow is what is coming in. So you have to understand something is coming to life. So you're already successful is the message that I have. You've already achieved a lot of things. So enjoy that achievement. Go with the flow. And prosperity is assured for you. And this is not temporary prosperity. You are almost entering a period that is in itself very, very prosperous. Like you've achieved one level of success, and now your job is to just climb those steps, keep climbing those steps. Okay, that is very important for you. And what is also important here is to heal yourself. So, this really is about taking the break. Because if you look here, it's almost like a desert, because this tree is like completely dry, and here you have like abundance. Okay, so it's like you've crossed this path, you're not going back there. So when you're seeing the waters, just take a sip of it, take a dip into it, enjoy it. This is about enjoying your prosperity and not worrying about things all the time. You're never going to go back to that area of not being prosperous again. Okay, because I'll tell you why. This card is a new moon in Taurus, and the energy of Taurus is a very stable energy. It's not an energy of fickleness. So the prosperity that is coming into your life, it's here to stay, and it's going to keep improving. So even if you relax for a week, if you relax for 2 days, you're not really, doing any major harm to your life. You're not doing any major harm to anything. The next that we have from your romantic cards is forgiving and learning. You're just carrying too much burden with you. You're carrying too much burden with you. You need to release, you need to heal from the past. There is forgiveness that needs to happen in some aspect of relationship. If you're single, this could be a past lover. This could be your parents, forgiving your parents, forgiving your friends, forgiving people who promised a happy relationship but did not deliver, is what I'm getting here. But release it. And especially if you are in a relationship, maybe it's time your relationship heals. It's time you forgive your partner and move on with it. Okay? Because you're just carrying the burden. And carrying a burden, carrying a grudge really doesn't help. Next is acceptance. You need to accept yourself. You need to accept your partner. You need to accept things that have happened and move on from it. Release it. Acceptance is the first stage for you. And you also have to understand that every person is different. Every person's responses towards situations are different. Just because somebody hasn't responded to a situation like you would have wanted them to, doesn't mean they are wrong. So don't hold that against them, is what I'm getting here. But when it comes to singles, you need to accept certain things, and you also need to accept yourself, is what I'm getting. That you're different, that you're unique. Maybe your life is working in a unique manner. Maybe your friends are all engaged and married with kids and you aren't, and that's okay. That's completely okay. Nobody makes rules here. Appreciate. Of course, this is about appreciating yourself, where if you're single, appreciating how much you've achieved. But in the relationship, this speaks about appreciating your partner, making them feel accepted, making them feel wanted. We are very quick to point out flaws, but how quick are we to just give them a compliment every other day for everything good that they do for us, that we somehow don't acknowledge maybe? So that's something that's going to be really important this week. But release your burdens, please do, and just flow. Let the life force flow to you and start new, start afresh. Let a new you come to life. Let a new life start. Okay, now what do you need to surrender this week? So this week, it's surrender to the wisdom of your body. Again, this is talking to me about stress. This is talking to me about just energizing yourself. If your body is asking you for rest, you need to rest. Listen to your body. What kind of food does it want? Does it need exercise? Does it need sunlight? What does it want? Because, when it comes to our health, our body is always giving us signals. Listen to it. Listen to it. Because this is a card which has come with the 10 of Wands for you. So you really need to pay attention. This is like building your strength. for your self care. So, exercise is really needed, at least movement is needed. You don't always have to go to the gym. This is just about doing yoga, maybe at home, tai chi, or just walking. Whatever speaks to you in terms of exercise. Okay, just do that. But you need to build your strength, because that's especially important since you're starting something new, and you need your body strength for that. You need your health to be at the optimum best. Okay, and this week, because you also have healing, maybe if you give yourself that, whatever it is that your body asks, healing may come to you. Because the card is healing, this is really talking about your health as well. So give yourself what you need this week. Give yourself rest, give yourself a little bit of break, and give yourself good food and sunlight. But be happy. Just let go of burdens and just be happy. And smile is what I'll leave you with for this week. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.